Well, baseball fans always want some warm weather for opening day, but not necessarily like this.
That's right. Major League Baseball launches a COVID-19 shortened season tonight when the Yankees play at Washington here. And here to talk about it is Syracuse Mets general manager Jason Smorrow. Of course, his team has been canceled along with the rest of the minor leagues. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
You know, kind of a bittersweet moment. Happy to see baseball back, but it's not entirely back in terms of you all with the Syracuse Mets. So how are things going?
You know, things are going as well as could be expected. So we are managing through our non-season, and, you know, the news came out a short while ago, so we've just been communicating with fans and season ticket holders and sponsors and all that stuff. And nice to have the finality to that so that we can just begin closing out this season and start to work on next season.
Well, I think, Jason, one of the biggest things for this baseball season, at least we can have some sort of normalcy, I guess, so it at least is on TV, but there's no fans. How do you think that's going to affect players?
It's definitely going to have some effect, and, you know, and I don't know how to measure that. You know, there's the home crowd advantage. You know, so it'll be, again, baseball players, you know, they get in that zone, and the guys that can work it out are going to do better than the guys that need that crowd. Some guys need the crowd. Some guys can just perform, but it's definitely going to be, it's going to be strange. You know, we'll have a lot of stadiums will have the cardboard cutouts in there. Some stands, they'll be piping in fan noise. So it's going to be, you know, a different experience for us at home watching on TV. So it's going to be weird for the players, and it's going to be weird for us, both experiencing the same game.
You know what I think is interesting too, Jason, is that there's some rule changes, right? So a couple of those changes, DH in both leagues, and then starting the extra innings with a man on second, right? Just so that's like the minor leagues. How do you think that will change the game long range, or will it, do you think?
You know, I think this is a great season to experiment with some stuff. They're doing some things that we've been doing in the minor leagues. The guy on second for extra innings is unusual, and purists hate it, and I personally love it. I thought it brings a little bit of excitement to it. It shortens the game. It speeds it up a little bit. There's some different strategy involved. You know, and we've been doing it for a couple of years, but we've still had 13 and 14 inning games, so it doesn't necessarily shorten it up too much. So and it's good, you know. Every once in a while, baseball and sport and in general needs to shake up, and this is the perfect season to do those kinds of experiments.
Now, I know the Syracuse Mets season, the players won't be there, the fans won't be there, but there's still some things going on at the stadium. The big thing we were talking about before this whole season, or even before the whole pandemic started, were the renovations. Are those still going on, or what's the status with those?
Oh yeah, phase one is essentially done, and hopefully, you know, now we can get phase two started a little bit earlier. They were going to be doing it while we were playing baseball, but now with the fact that we're not playing baseball, it gives them an opportunity to get the process started a little earlier so that we can have it all done in time for April of 2021. So the county's been great, been pushing this along. You know, it's definitely noticeable, the changes that have happened so far with the paint and the new seats, and the outfield wall moving in, and the new lights, and now they'll get rolling on all the other modifications for the stadium, and she's going to look fantastic for hopefully the start in April of 2021. And then Lindsay, since you've been doing such a wonderful job on the weather of the season that we haven't been able to play, you better not mess us up next year and make it rain a lot, because this would have been the greatest summer in the history of summers to play baseball. Thank you.
I try to do what I can for you. I'll start working on next year, right now. How about that?
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
I haven't had my daily dose of yelling at the weather people for messing up our games. So you're the unfortunate recipient of it right now for my whole entire summer of not being able to blame the weather people for the weather.
Hey, at least it's good weather for all those renovations, right?
Exactly.
There you go. The silver lining. Here we are. Well, we just want to thank you so much, Jason, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, girls. Have a fantastic rest of your summer, and thank you for doing what you do every day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And listen, just a reminder, it is opening night. Baseball is back. The Yankees play at Washington with Dr. Fauci throwing out the first pitch just after 7 p.m. The Dodgers also host the Giants on the West Coast, and everyone else starts tomorrow. And there we go.
At least we can watch baseball on TV.
You know, there are a lot of happy people out there. So we'll be right back.